Hi, this is JD and I am here with Joyce Talk. The industrial ages gave us the understanding of sunlight as an energy source. India is endowed with vast solar energy potential, about 5,000 trillion kilowatt hour per year energy is incident over India's land area, with most parts receiving 4 to 7 kilowatt hour per square meter per day. Theoretically, a small fraction of the total incident solar energy, if captured effectively, can meet the entire country's power requirements. Solar energy sector in India has emerged as a significant player in the grid connected power generation capacity over the years. National Institute of Solar Energy has assessed the country's solar potential of about 748 gigawatt, assuming 3% of the wasteland area to be covered by solar PV modules. Solar energy has taken a central place in India's National Action Plan on Climate Change, with National Solar Mission as one of the key missions. National Solar Mission, or NSM, was launched on 11 January 2010. It will constitute a major contribution by India to the global effort to meet the challenges of climate change. The mission's objective is to establish India as a global leader in solar energy by creating the policy conditions for solar technology diffusion across the country as quickly as possible. The mission targets installing 100 gigawatt grid connected solar power plants by the year 2022. At the Conference of Parties, or COP21 in Paris in 2015, India outlined its intended nationally determined contribution, or INDC, to achieve its broader carbon goals. India's fourth INDC is dedicated to renewable power and its states. To achieve about 40% cumulative electric power installed capacity from non-fossil fuel-based energy resources by 2030, with the help of transfer technology and low-cost international finance, including from Green Climate Fund, or GCF. In order to achieve the above target, Government of India have launched various schemes to encourage generation of solar power in the country, like Solar Park Scheme, VGF Scheme, CPSU Scheme, Defense Scheme, Canal Bank and Canal Top Scheme, Bundling Scheme, Grid Connected Solar Rooftop Scheme, etc. Various policy measures undertaken, including Declaration of Trajectory for Renewable Purchase Obligations, or RPO, including solar, waiver of interstate transmission systems, or ISTS, charges and losses for interstate sale of solar and wind power for projects to be commissioned up to March 2022 must run status. Guidelines for procurement of solar power through tariff-based competitive bidding process, standards for deployment of solar photovoltaic systems and devices, provision of rooftop solar, and guidelines for development of smart cities, amendments in building bylaws for mandatory provisions of rooftop solar for new construction or higher floor area ratio, infrastructure status for solar projects, raising tax-free solar bonds, providing long tenor loans from multilateral agencies, etc. Recently, India achieved fifth global position in solar power deployment by surpassing Italy. Solar power capacity has increased by more than 11 times in the last 5 years, from 2.6 gigawatt in March 2014 to 30 gigawatt in July 2019. Presently, solar tariff in India is very competitive and has achieved grid parity. Although the near-term target of 100 gigawatt has been impacted by 2 years of COVID-19 induced roadblocks, India has pledged to install 450 gigawatt of renewable power by 2030. A substantial part of this target will be met via solar power. That India attaches the highest importance to the growth of the solar sector was also underscored recently by Prime Minister Narendra Modi meeting Mark Widmar, CEO of First Solar, on his September trip to the United States, where the Quad leaders met. Widmer was one of only 5 CEOs with whom PM Modi interacted on this trip. In April this year, the government approved the implementation of the Production Linked Incentive or PLI scheme titled National Program on High Efficiency Solar Photovoltaic or PV modules. This PLI will aim to achieve the manufacturing capacity of gigawatt scale in high efficiency solar PV modules with an outlay of rupees 4,500 crore. As per media reports, 19 companies had bid for this PLI across areas like manufacturing, polysilicon, wafer, and cells and modules. Reliance recently invested $29 million as a strategic Series C lead investor in Germany-based Next Wave.
Reliance's new energy solar arm makes another investment to access future technology for solar power. They've invested 25 million euros in German company NextWave.
Acquired Norway-based REC Solar Holdings from China National Blue Star.
Reliance New Energy acquires REC Solar Holdings for $771 million of enterprise valuation.
And bought a 40% stake in Sterling and Wilson Solar.
Reliance Energy will be looking to acquire 40% stake in Sterling and Wilson Solar, and this deal is via a combination of primary investment, secondary purchase, and open offer.
Adani Green has acquired SB Energy in India's largest renewable deal pegged at US $3.5 billion.
Question, we are infrastructure utility business. So for us, cash profit is the bigger element because depreciation on infrastructure assets is actually just accounting artifact. So
UK-based Actis, a large investor in the renewable space in India, is set to commit an additional US $850 million to this sector over the next few years. India has already recognized the importance of showcase projects powered by solar energy. The Central Railway Station in Chennai meets 100% of its daily energy demand by solar power. Kochi Airport became the first airport globally to run exclusively on solar power a few years ago. Delhi Metro has been using solar power from a large solar plant in Rewa, Madhya Pradesh, for its operational as well as auxiliary power requirement. Since 2019, India has been running PM Kusum program, which aims to solarize the agriculture power requirement by promoting solar water pumps. India has also taken the international lead in manufacturing solar energy for better environmental outcomes and reducing fossil fuel dependency. The International Solar Alliance, or ISA, is one of the 2 treaty-based international organizations based in India. Set up with joint sponsorship from France, the ISA is working on several initiatives to popularize and catalyze the adoption of solar energy globally. Today, 80 countries have signed and ratified the ISA Framework Agreement. Given a facilitative policy environment and an ever-growing demand-side activity, it was a matter of time before the supply-side advancements happened on the manufacturing part of the solar energy landscape. With the ambitious solar power installation target, there's a big local market to tap over the next decade. Additionally, India is also leading the way for global innovation and solar adoption push. India is well positioned to become the global manufacturing hub of low-cost, high-energy solar panels. India's experience with rooftop solar and solar farms offers exciting possibilities for Nigeria. The densely populated African country loses 45% of its produce after harvest because it can't be kept cold, resulting in a 25% loss of income for its 93 million smallholder farmers. The World Bank Group's Scaling Solar program supports a similar auction process in countries like Zambia to create viable solar markets. In May 2021, Senegal announced through the program that 2 new solar PV plants will provide access to electricity to nearly 540,000 people at some of the lowest rates in sub-Saharan Africa. In partnership with the India-led International Solar Alliance, the bank's Lighthouse initiative is supporting a pipeline for the exchange of solar knowledge between Indian agencies and their counterparts in many other countries like Bangladesh and the Maldives and others in Africa. For example, the Lighthouse initiative is most active in Maldives, a nation of over 1,110 islands in the Arabian Sea. Although geographically and economically diverse, the energy challenges developing countries face reveal common starting points for solutions tailored to each nation's unique needs. Learning from India's experience, whether in small island states or emerging economies in Africa, puts into practice a quotation from Mahatma Gandhi included in India's 2015 climate target. One must care about the world one will not see. That is all for today. Do subscribe, share, and be with me for my forthcoming bi-weekly videos. I will keep coming with knowledge-based, interesting videos. Please do not forget to put in your valuable thoughts and comments. Thank you and goodbye for now. See you in my next episode.